everybody. Yeah! Big up Connor for that new intro, so I don't absolutely get sniped by copyright when eventually this hopefully makes money at some point. Not holding my breath. Let's be honest.
One day, TJ, we'll have a tip cup out, and we'll wear like a blind glasses and a blind cane, and say, "Please donate for the best content on YouTube.
Please donate. Please,
donate.
sir. Please.
Kids to college. I gotta send kids to uni.
Save the bridge. Welcome to TJ Warren TV. We already got 5 inside. We got legends all over the place. Niall Kane, I saw that you subscribed last night. Thank you, my brother. Welcome to the madness, my bro. Welcome to the Arsenal Newcastle preview, the one preview that I've been dreading since I started on YouTube because I knew who I would have to have on.
It's a scary day to have this gentleman on. But before you get into that, TJ, I got to go get my teeth looked at.
Yeah, no, big up yourself, Dow.
So I will catch you all later.
Yeah, thank you for coming on.
Yes, it's great. I'm glad I was able to give my prediction and everything. So
yeah. What's your prediction right now? Shotgun it right now.
3-2 Gunners, baby. Sorry, Steve-O.
That guy's an animal. He's hilarious.
Absolutely.
All right, so before we get into this, I have a couple of shout-outs. There's a ton of people in here. We're going to go through the comments. Start putting in your questions or your comments around the Arsenal-Newcastle game coming up on Sunday. And I believe you and I, Steve, we're going to be on Tony Claude's channel doing a watch-along for that, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's gonna be scenes. We did it for the Man City game, and Tony, we were talking about it backstage. Tony kept asking me questions like while I was sitting there fuming. So like I just like tried to answer them as nicely as I could, but I was just so pissed. I was so angry the entire time. So shout out to Tony Claude. Go subscribe to him. We'll be on his watch along. Also, shout out to Golazzo. Look at this. My Bukayo Saka shirt finally came. Beautiful, and she was nice enough to do that right there. That's sick.
Nice.
So little bit of a custom job. So shout out to Golazzo. Shout out to Fran. Go to golazzo.com and check out her wares. They're unbelievable. I already got my second order coming in. So big up everybody in the chat. Get your questions in. Like I said, Carl Rossi's in the house. Big up Carl Rossi. Jaminho, my man. Get your predictions ready, Jaminho. I think I beat you again this week. Yeah, the new intro is unbelievable. Thank you, Connor. Sick intro. Whoever created that has skills. Yeah, big yourself up. Pump your own tires there, Connor. Pump your own tires there. Tip cup. Yep, we're absolutely getting the tip cup. Take me back to the 90s. Yeah, big up Taib. Welcome. Yeah, the 90s. Yeah, we got the surf rock theme going on this channel, and it will continue to go. Jez Collins in the house. Big up, Jez. Big up. I'm looking forward to your show tomorrow. That is going to be sick. It's going to be sick. Yeah. Big up, Tony. Good to see you in here again, my man. Love it. American Energy is just unmatched. Look, I've had a long day. I figured out today that I got a new job, so I'm all over the gaff. It's unbelievable right now. So this might be a legendary stream. Who knows? I'm just all over the place. Strasbourg Steve, bro, I hope your week gets better, man. Legend. Big up, Steve. Yeah, big up, Jaminho. Big up, Steve. His season, let's be honest. His week is about to get a lot better starting on Sunday morning for us here in America.
Who needs women when you got football?
I am not confident, Steve. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, you're amazing at those intros. Yeah, smash a like, everybody, if you're new. We got 9 inside, which is perfect for us. Get those questions in. We are going to dive into it now. Steve, I'm not confident, and here's why. Isak. I don't know why I'm blurry. Come on. Come back.
Get in focus. There you go.
Isak I need to get a new camera already. Isak will have to compete against the likes of Rob Holding and
Jakub Kivior. Jakub Kivior, Poland's finest.
Yeah, the finest of Polish center backs. Yeah. Yes, absolutely, because Gabriel is a doubt for Newcastle.
And we all know what that means with Arsenal when you say that they're in doubt. We all know.
He's out.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm not at all confident. Spencer's confident. Look, I'm not overly concerned about Newcastle. Spencer, I would love to know why.
You know what, man? You know what, man? You know what, man? You know what, bro? If that's fine, you don't have to be concerned about us. I'll just let the football do the talking, man. You know what? I've been saying this all year. If you don't take Newcastle seriously, that's fine. That's your thing. But when we punch you in the mouth, bro, and we just fucking, annihilate you, then you know what? Hey, then maybe next year you'll be concerned because I guess you forgot about last year. But
yeah, I'm with Arsenal forever. I don't care if we win, lose, or draw. The damage was done drawing at West Ham. I just want the season to end. I mean, all we're doing is we're playing to get into like a higher pot for the Champions League, and that's about it. But I mean, if we have a string of bad results to end the season, we could end up third. and Newcastle turns it on. Like, obviously, I think the top four is pretty much locked up. It's going to be Arsenal, Man City, not in this order, by the way. Arsenal, Man City, Newcastle, Man United. So it's done and dusted. It's just where everybody lands at this point. So yeah. See a bunch of people coming into the chat. Make sure you get your questions in for Steve. Napoli crown champions first.
Oh, I'm watching it right now, TJ. They just showed on Paramount Plus. They just showed the city of Naples in the dark,
losing it.
Fucking fireworks everywhere. There's flares on the bottom. There's oh my word.
I wouldn't be surprised if they burn that city down tonight.
It's one of the best footballing cities in the world. Like, by far, it is up there, man. And I mean, they brought I think 12,000 away fans away to Udinese in the stadium that holds about 30, and everyone's on the pitch, bro. They are absolutely their fan base is unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. So shout out Napoli.
Yeah,
they've been absolutely just destroying the league, pretty much the entire season. So
yeah, and then big up Napoli. Now watch us get drawn with them in the group stage in the Champions League after we don't reload in the summer.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm not looking forward to it, guys. I'm not looking forward to it. I am not one of those happy clapper optimists. Happy clapper, as our friend Will Stewart would say.
Yeah.
I am not happy about this. So let's get into the game. That center back pairing is all you really need to know about this game. He's going to play Zinchenko. He's going to play Kiwior. He's going to play Rob Holding, and then Ben White is going to be the only real defender we have on that back line. Normal midfielders, I think it'll be. I don't think he's going to play Jorginho. I really don't. I think he's going to put Partey back in there. So we'll see Xhaka, Partey, and Odegaard. Odegaard, captain of No Pressure FC. Game doesn't mean anything, so he'll probably turn in a shift, and then we'll have. I want Trossard on the left, Jesus up top, Saka on the right. So yeah, no, I'm not look, yeah, TJ, you are not looking forward to Steve's banter. Well, we deserve it. That's the problem, Spencer. Is like he can sit over there. The problem is he can sit over there in Exeter, freaking New Hampshire or Connecticut. I don't remember.
New Hampshire, yeah.
New Hampshire. And he can rub his hands together because we're absolutely done out here. We're done, guys. Like, I don't care if we beat Chelsea. Chelsea is awful. Chelsea's a glorified championship team at this point.
Yeah.
So, like, why are we getting gassed up about beating them? They're awful. Fat Frank has them on relegation form, and we have fans outside of the Emirates after we beat them acting like we're still going to win the league. Like it's embarrassing, actually. What do you think your keys to the game are for Newcastle, Steve? Let's get into it.
For me, it's get off to a hot start. Put the pressure on you because you don't like that, and it's been over the Mikel Arteta reign, that has been one of the weaknesses that keeps on coming up again and again and again and again in these big games, in these big moments or whatever. Our fans are going to be up for it, and it's similar to last year. You guys are still technically fighting for something, technically speaking.
We're not statistically eliminated yet.
Mathematically, yeah.
Mathematically, yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's like, excuse me. The thing is, it's like, it reminds me of last year because, like, I think we've got Champions League football in the bag, and I think I always thought after. It was like late October. I was like, yeah, we're definitely getting top 4 because all these guys around us are a bunch of fucking losers, if I'm honest. They're just not that good. But people thought that, because Newcastle are the new kids on the block, there's no chance that they can dethrone a Liverpool or a mighty Tottenham or whoever. We're sitting third in the league. So it's like, what the fuck are people talking? I don't know. It reminds me of last year because we don't have much to play for necessarily. I mean, I want third place, obviously. Finish up as high as we can. That's cool. But last year was even more apparent. Like, I think we moved from like 12th to 11th. Like, we were safe at that point, and you guys were fighting for a UCL spot. So, it's similar to last year. It's more of a must win on our side if we really, really want to guarantee that Champions League football. We're at like 97% right now. We're about 97%. So if we get the win over you guys, that's like 99.9. Because then we would have to lose to the likes of a Leicester City at home. We'd have to lose to Brighton at home, which we could. Brighton are fantastic. It looks like it's going to be a 0-0 though with Manchester United. So we'll actually stay in third, I believe. But yeah, man, in terms of just, you're a good side, but you just been collapsing lately. And like you said, the win against Chelsea, it don't really mean anything. Yeah. It don't really mean anything. And the only thing Arsenal can do is that they just have to, fucking just win as much as possible to try in case Man City slip up in the unlikely event that they do. So, and then you've got some other tough games. So, I don't know. Maybe after the win, your players feel the pressure again and maybe they crumble. I don't know. But for me, I just think at home, keys to the game are going to be just take advantage of the fact that you don't have your starting center backs out there. Get Isak in behind. He can also play it kind of as a target man, hold up play, bring wingers into it. Guimaraes and in the game against Southampton on Sunday, he had a few chances inside the box. That he could have put away. So he'll be really pushing in there. For me, it's just like, we've just got to take care of business, and the home crowd is gonna be behind us, and I think we'll do the business, but it will be a tough game for a good part of it. But the thing is, we've been playing so lights out that we can just take anyone out of the game with 2 goals just like that. Against Everton, we scored about I want to say 3 goals in about 10 minutes. When the game was getting a bit tight, it was 3-1, and then we scored another to make it 4-1. So we've been finishing off teams. And even against Southampton on Sunday, it wasn't great the first half. It was a pretty not such a great performance, but what we did second half was we just brought on Callum Wilson, and then the game completely changed. So the other key to the game with that point is the in-game substitutions, tactics, and management. That's something that Eddie Howe has been fantastic at the entire season, and something that Arteta lately has been costing games. And also in terms of you got to change up the lineups every once in a while if something isn't working out for you. It's kind of mad that Arteta would, change up the lineups not after the Liverpool game when he knows the margins are so tight that he didn't make those changes to a Partey for a Jorginho for Partey, but maybe even a Kivior for a Holding, maybe, or Leandro Trossard, who's been nothing short of sensational for you guys. Why isn't he starting a single game in April? Isn't that kind of weird? Like, and again, fucking Saka never getting a rest. We all know he's going to be playing on Sunday. We all know, but to me, he should be dropped because he hasn't been performing. And he looks just fatigued, drained. And that's not really going to help when you're going to St. James's Park when walking into that atmosphere. It's not you don't want to go out of there out of form and just completely fucking knackered. So
yeah, well, and we saw what Newcastle could do to us in the same starting 11 that we're going to put out. Sans the injuries at center back. Yeah. We're going to be putting essentially the exact same starting 11, and Newcastle and the same game plan. By the way, it's same formation, same everything. Because Arteta has a lack of options on the bench, and he has a lack of strategies in his brain to get past Newcastle. So I wouldn't be surprised Newcastle if Newcastle absorbs the pressure, plays a low block for a second, counters, and we get absolutely cooked. I wouldn't see that. I think that's what is probably going to happen. I'm not going to give my own prediction quite yet because I want to talk about it a little bit more, but yeah, I mean, I'm not confident about this at all. And I said this on another stream earlier, watching that Newcastle game at the Emirates earlier in the season, it was honestly one of the worst football matches I think I've ever watched. Just the way that Newcastle were drawing fouls, we're locking.
Hey, we made the game ugly.
It was brutal. That was so brutal to watch. I mean, but here's the thing: is that Arsenal team at that time was hot. We were doing really, really well, and you guys and Eddie Howe, to his credit, played a terrorist brand of football that I have not seen. And I know I'm newer to the sport. That was just so frustrating to watch.
Bro, he talked to Diego Simeone once he left Bournemouth. So, and you know what? It's with its merit. Because that's ultimately we were pretty cool with the point there, due to the fact that you're right, exactly. You guys were on fire at that time, so we just looked to that game to neutralize you, and we did it pretty successfully. Same thing with away to Manchester United. It's not a terrible result early in the season to go away to one of these bigger sides and get an 0-0. No, especially when they have fantastic home records, both you and Manchester United. So I mean, hey, you know what? That 0-0, yeah, it is what it is. We did what we had to do, but that game also showed that we were up for the fight as well. We were up for it, and it shows Eddie Howe as not just one way of playing, but different ways. It's good to see because we're playing European football next season, probably Champions League. We're gonna be, if we get into a knockout round or we need a draw or a win to advance. I've seen multiple scenarios where Eddie Howe gets the job done with Newcastle.
Yeah. Do you think Eddie Howe is the manager to take Newcastle into the future?
I don't see why not. I mean, he's been just, absolutely fantastic for us so far. The style of football that we're playing in most games besides that one, the 0-0 is phenomenal. Everyone, there's a clear identity to the team. Trippier is crucial in that team. Dan Burn is it's not a coincidence that ever since he's stepped in, we've been absolutely on fire, and the recruitment's been very well done. Isak and Callum Wilson, he's managing that very, very well. There's some shouts, myself included, from our fan base of seeing Wilson and Isak on the pitch at the same time. I wouldn't mind that at all because Isak can play off the left and Wilson's starting as a striker. So yeah, everything's looking pretty rosy right now. Up at the tune, man. So just look out.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't, and it seems like a lot of people in the chat are confident because Arsenal doesn't really have any pressure on them, and I can see where that's coming from. But at the same time, the form that Newcastle are on right now is just unbelievable. You guys had that slip up against Aston Villa, got piped by them, but ever since then, what has the goal difference been? I think it's like 10. You guys go to
6-1, 4-1, 3-1.
Yeah, so 11. Sorry.
13. 6, 4, 3.
6, 4, 3 minus the goals.
Oh, goal difference.
Goal difference. Yeah. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's a shitload of goals. And here's the thing. Alexander Isak wasn't even in the team when we played you guys back in January. So now we have to worry about him. Guguma's here, Steve.
What's up, Guguma? What's going on?
Oh,
shout out.
He's an absolute legend. Shout out.
Absolutely.
Shout out. Okay, no, very, very important question, Steve. I saw it in the comments. Yeah. I have to ask you. This is a great question from Kalarasi. What phase are Newcastle in? What phase of the process, Steve, are Newcastle in? I gotta know.
I don't think the only penalty Brighton. By the way, Luke Shaw, Burger Boy, gives away a penalty. So shout out. This motherfucker wears Michael Jordan's number, but looks like fucking, I don't know, name a random fat NBA basketball player. But anyways, bro, fucking hell, that makes me so happy. No, but for me, Matt, it's like, what was the question again? Sorry.
No, what phase?
Oh, what phase are Newcastle in?
Yeah, of your process.
I don't fucking know. And why would I care?
I think that's the point.
I what? No,
what?
Bro. The only thing I know is that my owners are talking about winning trophies, right? Because Amanda Stavely said after we lost the Carabao Cup final, don't worry, we are going to win the Champions League, Premier League, Carabao Cup, and FA Cup. Like, these things are coming on the years to go. So I ain't worried about that part of things. I don't know what phase we're on. For me, we're on a phase of just, advancing. Like just keep on going forward. I mean, to go from 12th to immediately third place, most likely that's where we're going to end up finishing because these motherfuckers are about to lose to the Seagulls. So, it's looking fucking mint, bro. I'm not gonna lie. So, I don't know what phase we're on. I think that stuff is a bunch of bogus. If I'm fucking honest, I don't understand the phase thing. I really don't. How many phases are there? That's the question I have for Arteta. So it's phase 3. How many phases are there? Is it 10?
I think we're in
and what's
phase
the end of
3,
phase
section
10?
B.
So what? No. What's the end point? That's my question.
The end point is when he eventually gets sacked because we don't make Champions League next season because our squad is so thin. Because Edu can't lock up any summer transfers or winter transfers that are worth a shit. We bring in another Fabio Vieira and we bomb out of the Champions League in the group stage. And I'm not thinking that we're going to finish first. I'm not thinking that we're even going to get relegated down to the Europa League. I think with this current squad, we get 4th in the group.
Out of the Champions League group?
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't care.
It depends who's in the group, I would say. But, bro, for me, it's like it's great to just advance and all that. But, like, are you really going to win the Champions League? Not for me, no. You could get to a semifinal, just like an Inter and AC Milan have this year. So
we are not Inter or AC Milan.
Exactly.
AC Milan is
and Arteta's record in Europe is it's honestly just straight fucking trash. I know my managers never managed a game in Europe, but I'm just saying Arteta in Europe has been a fucking spectacular letdown. So I mean, losing to Villarreal, Olympiacos.
Do we really have to go over this again? Nightmare. Freaking nightmare.
To be fair, that
fuel, man.
Villarreal team was really, really good. But
I mean, they did end up winning it.
Winning the whole thing.
Villarreal, yeah, Villarreal I can remember, but Olympiacos, Sporting, come on, give me a break. And we're supposed to be one of the top teams in Europe, according to certain members of our fan base are saying we're part of.
Well, they need to fucking just stop drinking the Kool-Aid so much, bro, and just chill out because you haven't done shit yet, bro.
Oh,
and I know I talk a lot of mad shit, but bro, because I know we're gonna be on to doing things. I can see the future, and I can see where a Spurs go, where a Liverpool go, where a Chelsea go, where a Manchester United go, and we all know exactly where Man City are sitting next year. They're gonna be champions next year as well, most likely. And with Arsenal, it's like I think I know where you guys are going, and I don't know. It's for me. It's like I think we've actually got some teeth in our project. That's the difference. I think our project is more ruthless. It's got more teeth in it. It's got more substance. Yeah, it's exactly. We don't talk about no fucking phases or anything like that.
Wait, you guys don't have an outline, a phase chart? A Gantt chart?
No.
Outlining the phases? Sorry, that's some project manager shit there. I'm sorry. Spencer says, how long before Newcastle replaces Tottenham in the top 6? Right now.
I already have. They're literally going to be... Don't be surprised next year if they're in a fucking relegation battle. I'm not even kidding you. Look at how horrible their defense is. It's the 5th worst in the league. Now imagine if Kane does leave, you take away 25 goals out of that. 25 goals from out of all that. I think it was something like fucking, the Spurs would be 18th or 17th without Harry Kane's goals.
Yeah. Richarlison will be taking his shirt off more than Tottenham are scoring.
Well, and again, it's another club that just gets hyped over nothing. They get hyped over absolutely nothing. It's like just chill the fuck out, bro.
Do you think okay, so Tottenham are their last cup was in 2008 and they haven't won the league since 1961. Do you think Tottenham are in the top 6 just because they're a London club and they have rivalries with like Arsenal and Chelsea? Because outside of that, and I don't consider them a rival, to be honest. They're like our little brother that we're like holding the ball above and they keep trying to reach the ball but they can't get there. Like, and I'm not even trying to like take the piss out of
it's true. It's true.
I just think the levels are not there. And that's mostly because of the ownership. They're just trying to turn that into a corporation, and it is what it is. And we aren't going to get into that, but I just don't consider Spurs like a serious rival. I don't. Did we lose to them last season? Yeah, but we were also in the middle of one of the biggest capitulations I've ever seen in professional sports.
Yeah.
So, and we're witnessing that again as Arsenal fans right now. Yeah. So it is what it is. But yeah, no, how long, Spencer, to answer your question, how long before Newcastle?
And then, and then there's another, for me, I think we already have, but I will say is that I think then I could really, really say absolutely, is when we win a trophy, and that should be coming next year. It should be. At least get to a final again, and let's see how it goes. Yeah, there's a great chance of it because you got the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and maybe if we finish 3rd in the Champions League group and go down to the Europa League, that could be an avenue. And you never know, man. For me, it just gives me a lot of optimism because we have a rock solid defense, and we've got 3 guys with 10+ goals. We've got some, an excellent midfield choice of. Guimaraes, Willock, or Joelinton. And then, we're just going to get better in the summer. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Because my club's ambitious at the moment and pretty ruthless. So that's that,
Who would you like to see Newcastle bring in?
Guys like Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, Moussa Diaby, I'd love to see a Julio Enciso from Brighton, possibly. I'd love to have KT. at the the tune Kieran Tierney. Absolutely. Would love to see a Caicedo possibly. We've been linked with the Declan Rice. I'd love a guy like Maxence Craqueret, Olympique Lyonnais. Maybe even a guy like Kavica Kvaratskhelia. We could throw the bag at some serious players in the summer. I've been thinking this recently. I think in the summer we're gonna let go of one person from the old team before Saudi stepped in. Maybe a Callum Wilson, maybe an Almiron, maybe an Alan St. Maximin. Well, people will be surprised. Be like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. But then, you know what? We're going to sign a player. We're going to sign a player where people are like, whoa, I didn't know Newcastle had that pull. We are going to sign someone like a Kavica Kvaratskhelia, an Osimhen. Maybe even as high as a Neymar or an Mbappe or even a Messi. It's not even. I'm not even joking. Like, it's we're on the way up in quite rapid. Quick, so quick, man. I mean,
yeah, I know. No, you guys are definitely on the ascendancy. I mean, from relegation back to life, and now beating everybody up. I'm happy for you, Steve. # Steve out still. I'm happy for you, but I'm just stressed. I'm just so stressed for me, man. I'm just so stressed, man. I'm just stressed. It's all anger. It's all anger stemming from the fact that my football team bottled it again. That's all. It's like, you're taking out your anger, but that's not really the source of the problem. You know what I mean? You're not the source of the problem, Steve. You're just there. You're a friend of mine, and I if I didn't feel comfortable saying that to you, I wouldn't say it. But yeah. Steve out. Let's go to the comments. Question for TJ: when will we reach phase 5? Will we be successful at phase 5? Our opponents won't wait for our phases, processes, plans, etc. I think we're at phase. As
a famous person once said, "Ain't nobody got time for that."
Ain't nobody got time for that. I don't have time. I don't have time for any more processes. I don't have time for any more plans. I don't have time for any more phases. I have time for trophies and trophies only. I am a fan of trophies, no matter how small, no matter how big. Hold on 1 second. See, I would take a trophy this small, okay? I am that big on trophies, guys, and this is just a little plastic thing that I wanted a karaoke competition, okay? I like winning. That is the point of all of this. That is why we get so angry. That's why I buy the flag. That's, because I like winning. I don't know why I chose this team, but here we go. Let's go in on Charlie Patino. Why do we let him go if the money's right and tight for transfer? Ship out El Neni. We just signed El Neni. He's gonna be like a new signing, Spencer. The Egyptian king. Forget about Mo Salah. Nah. We got Mohamed El Neni, bro. Are you kidding me? In the midfield, commanding that midfield. Look out.
This motherfucker plays against Real Madrid. You're in trouble. Fucking hell.
Oh, man. Oh. But Declan Snako, Malfoy Rice, and Victor Osimhen coming to the carpet. Yeah, according to
okay.
Who are you talking to over at AFTV, Carl? Are you an AFTV agent?
From what I'm looking at on the TV screen, I think Osimhen is enjoying himself quite a lot in Napoli. I wouldn't be surprised
I don't think
if he stays another season.
I don't think he's
Don't be surprised at all. And I think he should stay another season. I think he should.
Yeah, I tried Kool-Aid recently, and it tastes like piss from a nuclear reactor.
What?
When I was a kid. When I was a kid, I liked Kool-Aid a lot, but now
I'm a sugar addict, though. So.
Yeah. With Arsenal, it's like the annoying kid. Are we there yet? And Dad won't admit that he's lost and won't ask for a map. That's funny. That's true. That's funny. True. Big up, Luke James. How are you, man? Sorry, I'm a little behind in these comments, guys. I'm probably about like 7 minutes behind. My bad. Face chart. See, now we're even getting bannered by Guguma. Guguma's in on it now. This is ridiculous. Richarlison will be back harassing tourists for chips and Trafalgar Square with the beach. Thank you, Carl. That's excellent insight. Gorlazzo friends here. Fran.
Hey, Fran.
Love this. It's unbelievable. Like I said, it's a little tight on me. I'm probably going to have to get an extra large. I'm not even going to lie to you. I don't think I have time to lose that much weight. I'm not even going to lie. Brighton beat Man United. Let's go. Yeah, big up Brighton. Good for them. But I still think Man United get top 4. It is what it is.
I'm not so sure.
Okay. Why, Steve?
Jesus Christ, fucking Napoli president.
Steve, you're gonna get me demonetized from the money I don't make.
Anyways.
Top 4, Steve. Talk to me about it.
In terms of
Man United. You just said Man United. You weren't sure Man United are going to get top 4. Why?
Bro, because Liverpool are heating up at the right point, at the right time.
You think Liverpool can challenge for top 4?
They might, bro. I mean, look at they got some bogus ass schedule to finish off the season. Let's be real. Look at this. They really do. They have a bogus ass schedule. They've got Brentford at home, which will be tough, but it's Anfield tax, so they'll probably win that. Leicester City away, they'll probably win that. Liverpool at home versus Aston Villa, they'll probably win that. And the Southampton away, they're going to be gone and dusted by then, so they're probably going to win that. So that's 12 points. That's 12 points right there. And they're only 4 points behind Manchester United, but Manchester United have a game in hand. So I'm saying Liverpool are going to end on 71. And Manchester United, they've got a game in hand, but they go away to West Ham. West Ham have actually been at home in the 2023 calendar year. They've actually been pretty good. We are the only team to have beat them. Us and Liverpool, the only 2 teams to have beat them at the London Stadium since post World Cup. But I don't know. Maybe I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They win that game. Whatever. Man United versus Wolves will probably win that. I think Bournemouth beat them at the Vitality Stadium. I think they beat Manchester United there. Yeah, definitely. They'll beat Chelsea and they'll beat Fulham, but I think that Bournemouth game could cost them.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. And Bournemouth are not a team that you can just scamper off.
They've had 6 wins out of 9. That is in the form table. That's going to be up there.
And you told me back in January. I remember you're like, don't count out Bournemouth. Don't count out Bournemouth.
I said that they'd survive the whole fucking season.
Yeah,
before the season even started.
I thought it was going to be. I think when I first really started paying attention this season, I think I had Bournemouth, Southampton, and who else was eating it back then? It wasn't Fulham. I think I had Forest in there too, but I think Forest is going to survive too.
Yeah.
Smug Toxic City. He wants to offer me something. This is why I think this is my one watcher on Twitch is a bot. So yeah, awesome. Pick up Kakuma, pick up. This is why TJ is hashtag Steve out, nearly getting me done for copyright. Yeah, Steve. Unbelievable, Steve. Unbelievable.
You care if I bring my Newcastle buddy Andy on?
Get Andy. You literally took the words out of my mouth. Get Andy on right now.
Good.
Get Andy on right now.
Nice one.
Yep. I'd be so effing pissed if Liverpool get 4th. Their fans are the worst in football. They'll be so cocky now. Yeah, but here's the thing though, is that if they get 4th, they'll deserve it. They'll deserve it. And that'll be another Klopp masterclass. Like there were so many people in the Liverpool fan base that were calling for his head, where when people like James Redmond, who I watch religiously, and I'm glad he's back now, we're saying it's on the players. Now, look at these players actually playing. They turned their season around with that draw at Anfield against Arsenal. Since then, they've been flying. So yeah, it's long. I'll be a few minutes, lads. No, I want it now. I'm a big.
Give me it
I'm a
now,
big,
you
give me it now.
motherfucker.
Come on, I'm an American. I need instant gratification.
Yeah. Like
Um,
fucking Burger King, bro. Like
yeah,
Luke
Burger
Shaw. Like Luke Shaw and Lukaku
Luke
eating fucking Wendy's together.
yep.
Bro, shout
yep,
out Wendy's. Shout out
giving away last minute penalties. Big up Luke Shaw. Good job. I need to watch that
Very
back
good
actually.
It's
Well,
fucking,
and I called it like I really did call it for Brighton to come back and win that game after Man United. I thought it was going to be a bit bigger of a score, but it is what it is. Keep those comments coming, guys. Smash the likes if you're new. We have and also subscribe to my man Strasbourg Steve. Strasbourg Steve is an absolute legend. You can catch him on any call-in show, any show where he can go on and make fun of the opposing fan base. He's very good at it, unfortunately, for us. Let's see here. Steve, can you believe how much I'm complimenting you right now? How would you give
keep up the adoration? I feel like a fucking narcissist.
Yeah, there we go.
Fucking hell.
Oh my days. Yeah.
No, okay, so TJ, I'll flip it to you. What are the keys for your side of things? And I forgot to mention one more thing. If you start Zinchenko, you're gonna concede a goal down the right-hand side. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you. Down his side.
Steve, this is not like you're giving away spoilers that are like, the title screen of the movie. You know what I mean? Like this guy is so bad defensively. I will tell you, if we do not control, Spencer took the words right out of my mouth. If we do not control the midfield, if Thomas Partey or Jorginho or whoever Arteta throws in there don't do their job, if Partey plays like he did against like Southampton and Man City,
you're toast.
Done.
You're toast. You're toast.
Because if they split us open like we did at like they did at Manchester City, it could be 4-0. It could be 4-0 by halftime if that happens. I do not trust our back line at all. We got the glorified turnstile with the Turkish hair implants, Rob Holding, just gonna get absolutely blown by. And then I don't think he's starting much anymore, but is Almiron still big? Is he still?
He's recovering. He came back from injury about I want to say 2.5 weeks ago, about something like that. We've been starting Jacob Murphy off the right, and then up on the left it's been Joe Wellington or Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon. But for me, I think it's gonna be for us. It's gonna be a 4-3-3, obviously. Typical back four and five and goalkeeper Pope, Trippier, Cher, Botman, Byrne, and then a midfield three for me is probably going. If Longstaff is back, I think he might play. So I think it might be Longstaff, Joe Wellington, Bruno Guimaraes, or it might be a midfield three of Joe Willock, Longstaff, Bruno Guimaraes, Joe Wellington up top in the left wing. But actually, Andy, while we're talking about lineups, do you want to see Wilson and Isak start together? Isak left?
It's food for thought, isn't it? I mean, let's be honest, when you consider the amount of goals and assists, I think it's the 4 off Papisis in Demba Bar when we had them up front.
Yeah.
When you consider the amount of minutes they play together, that's it's food for thought. And want me to put Arsenal on the back foot to give them something to think about? So yes, I would.
Yeah, I would.
Thanks for having us on, by the way, TJ, man.
I'm sorry?
Thanks for having us on, by the way.
Of course, brother, man. No, I'm glad that you came on. We're just previewing the game. Like I said, I'm not confident at all. So it is what it is at this point. Gary's in the house. Gary, if you wanna link, hit me up on Instagram. If you're free, come on, please. I would love to have you on. And I cut you off during the last call-in show I did because we had been going for 2.5 hours. So if you want to come on, Gary, I'll shoot you the link. Just let me know. Yeah, I'm not confident at all. Just due to the injuries that we have there, and the current form of our midfield against teams that
Everyone beats Chelsea, essentially.
Yeah, everybody beats Chelsea. So if our midfield doesn't lock it down, and if we don't take our chances, I think we'll lose 3-1. I think we'll score. I think Nick Pope will make a mistake, but I'm still thinking like right now with our current form, I'm thinking like 3-1 to Newcastle. Like I'm not.
I've got to speak 2 minutes. Just me little ins bouncing upstairs. Sorry, lads.
Yep, no worries. But like Steve, are you kind of thinking the same thing? Like I'm just not confident just due to the fact that we our midfield, especially defensive mid party, has been so shaky lately.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. And you know what? You guys were fantastic up until a certain point of the season, and then from there on out, up until the Chelsea game, which, you know, putting in a good performance is putting in a good performance. So regardless of who it's against, it is good. Obviously didn't want to lose that game and play like shit, but it doesn't mean that like, oh, they're going to pick themselves up for, you know, away at St. James's Park necessarily. For me, I think there's something about, you know, our ground that is intimidating, and that, you know, the pressure is put on the opposition. It's loud as fuck. It's, you know, it's a hostile atmosphere, man. You know, it's an old school ground. Fans are, you know, really, it's tight atmosphere on the pitch. It's your away fans are a non-factor because they're way up there. That's the other thing. So for me, it's like, yeah, there's a lot playing into our hands. We just need to finish off business because, you know, there's only been one or two times this year where it's like we could have, well, more than that, but specifically against the bigger sides like a Liverpool and a Man City, where could have done a bit more to get the result, the win over the line. Against Liverpool, we lost 2-0, I think, and then Man City was 3-3, so that was a tremendous result. And looking back at it, you know, that we're one of the only teams to play them and take points off Man City. It's not an easy thing to do nowadays. But
going back to the Isaac and Wilson conversation.
Yeah,
I think it's more of a case of what does Eddie think that Isaac's going to do on the left-hand side that Joe Linton won't do if he plays there?
Yeah.
Especially against a side like Arsenal, who will hurt you if you're not switched on. So it's a brave move, but if he does it, I mean, with that home crowd, I mean, the game could be won. I think I heard TJ say earlier, the game could be won in the first half hour if we play like we have been. And then you can always make a change later on. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, Steve, have you ever been to St. James Park?
I haven't been yet, but it's happening soon. It is happening soon. Once I sort some things out. My passport renewing be the main one. It takes months. I don't know why.
Can't wait until you do. That'll be great.
That's ridiculous. No, yeah, and when you go over there, Steve, you let me know. I'll just follow. I'm just gonna follow you. I need to get over there. I'm so excited for it. I mean, are you going to go to any of the US
all three of them. I'm driving. How far is it to it? I think Atlanta's about 1,500 miles. I'm gonna be driving. So one of the games, that's
so it's longer than the island of England and British Isles.
Yeah.
Not far, is it?
Yeah. So that's one of the games. The closest one to New Jersey, that's only a 4-hour drive, which ain't really that bad.
No, it's not bad at all.
I've gone to New York. My godmother lives there, and then Philadelphia is like 2 hours away from that. So, I'll be going to all three Newcastle games in the U.S.
I'm flying to DC for the MLS All-Star Arsenal game. That'll be fun.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. Nice. I'll be out there. So, and I think
watch Chicharito versus Rob Holding.
I can't. Yeah, it's gonna be bad. Friend, you want to come on? Let me know. I'll shoot you the link.
Do you know, it's lovely. It's lovely. It's lovely to hear. I mean, I know it's not all British English clubs do it, but it is good when you get to know fans from abroad. It is nice when you see them get the opportunity to, and it makes you appreciate, you know, a lot of people turn around and say to you, oh, have you been to St James's Park, Steve? A lot of people mean that in a derogatory way. I'm not saying that the gentleman did on the comments before. I think some people struggle to understand how you can support a club when you're not local or you've never been to a game, but who's to say anyone can't have a passion for any team?
I mean,
and then you get the opportunity to go and support them.
Yeah, and I will. Like I said, Atlanta's 1,500 miles away from me. I'm driving there, man. I'm driving there because you got to think too, and that's something else that if we want to take this to Newcastle now, Darren Eales, our CEO, that's brilliant marketing there. That's brilliant marketing to bring Almiron back to Atlanta. You know, that's going to be easy marketing to grow the brand. But the difference is that when other clubs do it, they're not successful on the pitch. Like a Levy, they're more worried about the marketing side of things, whereas the football is taking a hit. I love the fact that Newcastle is growing strong with both sides of on and off the pitch. That's what a top club does. But the priority is always on the pitch. I was talking, Andy. I think in the summer, the best way to summarize it, what I think is going to happen, we're going to let go of someone from the Mike Ashley era that we're going to be like, oh, wow. You know, I'm surprised they let go of a Callum Wilson, an Almiron, an Isak, not Isak, sorry. Let go of the likes of maybe a share. But we're also going to sign someone where people are going to go, oh, wow.
I think that's definitely going to happen, and ultimately it's an evolution, isn't it? It's not going to be a revolution. It's not going to be 6 or 7 like what Chelsea have done. When I say 6 or 7, I mean 6 or 7 big signings that come straight into your first team. I'm on about. I think we'll have 2 or 3.
We don't need to do it that way.
I think it'll be 2 or 3 that'll be more or less told that if the form keeps up, they'll stay in the side, and it'll be another 2 or 3 that are going to challenge for squad places or be on the bench.
Absolutely.
Okay. Making his channel debut on a non-call-in show. Gary, how are you doing, my man? Am I catastrophizing things? I don't know how much you've been listening. Am I being too Debbie Downer about the game coming up? What are your thoughts?
Well, based on current form, can you hear me? You can hear
yes,
me?
sir.
Yeah. Based on current form, yes, you're probably fine, right? But current form meaning, you know, the last, 4 out of the last 5 matches, it's been not good at all. Hello, everybody in the chat. I'm not sure. I don't know the names. I've seen the guy up in the top right there, but I don't know the name.
Apparently, everyone has.
Steve. All right. Okay, Steve. Okay.
Yeah.
That just means I'm doing my job of getting myself out there.
Yeah, he's doing
nice to meet you, though, Gary. Bro.
Okay, nice meeting you. Yeah. No, I think based on the current form, there is some concern there, but I'm gonna say that it's a dip in form. It can be we can return. We didn't get 75, 78 points by just paying for them. We didn't just look into those. We did win those, I believe. So
we did, yes.
So I'm gonna go with. I'm hoping that the win in the first half of that game. Second half, first half of that game, the way we came out, we're going to have to perform similar to that, and we know how Newcastle's going to play. So we'll see.
What's the key to the game for you for both sides? Like, where do you win and where do you lose, and where do we win? Where do you lose?
Yeah.
Man. Well, we make too many timely mistakes, right? We're in the back. So if you guys, I'm not going to give you. I guess I'm going to give you the blueprint. But if you wait around, we're probably going to make a mistake because we seem to do that. Sometimes for no reason at all, and sometimes just with the pressure building. So yeah, but but we do have, and it depends on what you see from Arteta. Is he going to bring in some players who've been playing for a while? Like, I would like to see Trossard come in.
Yeah.
I think you should start him. Yeah. Absolutely. Where though?
I don't. Personally, I don't care because I don't care where he has to start. And then we'll worry about, you know what I mean? Get him on the pitch, but also, defensively, if we're gonna think that based on what we saw last time, I don't know. I think Tierney or they have to do some. He has to do something different. I think because you've got Tierney, Zinchenko that we can switch between the two of them depending on how we want to go.
Yeah.
But if we're gonna go Zinchenko, then we have to score. You know what I mean? Because we know that there's a little bit of a defensive frailty there when he's in there, but he has to be going forward and attacking, and that's where we put pressure on you guys. I think in the last time we played you guys, if we were a little bit better clinical, maybe we get a goal, but we were just not clinical enough when we had the few chances that we got, right? And we got to continue to look for those chances throughout the game. You guys are on a roll, so that's the other part to this thing is we've got a couple of injuries that have slowed us down a little bit. Yes. But I do believe attack-wise we're fine, and if we can use that as our strength, then we should be all right. But we seem to make silly
You're worried
mistakes.
about Saka's form, though? I feel like lately he's just been.
I think we've both seen, haven't we, Steve, that Saka, even on a bad day, could turn down Burn.
That's the problem is that he is that good that on his bad days he still can give you something. If I would have I always talk about rotation since day one. If we had been rotating our staff by now, rotating the team
just
by now,
little changes. You're not talking wholesale, right? You're not talking wholesale. Just one or two.
No. I know. You looked at City. De Bruyne was out last game. And they said it was an injury, but sometimes I feel like those are strategic.
They do that with Haaland. They do that with
form, right? I mean,
man, you did it with Rashford.
Yeah, we've got Trossard in there, so he can come in and give somebody a not necessarily they can get pulled out of the starting lineup, but they know they're going to play. That's as long as they know that they should be fine. That's my thing. So, if Gabriel's out, that's another thing. But I mean, Arteta. Sometimes just look at your squad and play a formation that fits them. We're fine if we go back with a 3 at the back. If one of Gabriel's out, even if he's in,
It's funny you should say that because I think Saka playing right wing back against Dan Burn would force Dan Burn back because Saka's going to see more of the ball in that position. So Dan Burn's going to be mindful of him a lot more than what he is on the right wing. If we control the midfield, that is obviously that's what I'm banking on there.
Well, and that's where we have options now. So if we feel like we want to control the midfield, like we haven't in those 4 losses, Jorginho and Partey. If Partey's back, that's another question. Is Partey back? Because if we can control the middle, we can I think we can have a good chance to get this game, get the points that we want. So he's got options now. The problem is, will he actually use them?
Yeah.
We've got versatility all over in many different places. We don't seem to use it. So the versatility is lost.
You could do Trossard false 9 if Jesus is out of form. You could put Jesus on the wing if you want to give Saka a rest. I mean, the thing is for me, if you went with I don't know why Arteta hasn't tried this yet. Do Jesus on the wing because he wasn't a bad player at Man City at all, either on the wing or as a false 9. He just wasn't. That's just Man City. Their standards are so high. It's at the level of a Real Madrid, a Bayern München, a top dog in this in world football. They can sell players like that, and they can still go on to piss the league. Joao Cancelo, one of the best fullbacks in the league, albeit he had some problems.
Look at Alvarez, mate.
Alvarez is on the bench.
On a poor game, but he scored.
And he'd start for almost every single Premier League team, if not top 5 league team. He would start most of in 90% of teams. And you've got a guy like that on the bench that you can bring on. So, but for me, Saka, he's just knackered. I mean, I was talking about this on another show the other night. It's like, how many games do we all remember? I think how many games has Saka just straight up not played a minute and was on the bench for a Premier League game?
I don't think he's missed one.
Over the past 3 years, ever since Unai Emery got him in from the academy or whatever, he's been he's played wing back.
He's been injured. He's featured.
I don't even think he's had that many
featured in every game.
Yeah,
I
I don't
he's
even
featured
think
in
he's.
every
I don't
game.
even think
when
he's had
he's
any injuries.
when he should be out of the game, he's usually starts and he's knocked out early. Those are the
Yeah.
2 times he hasn't really gone over like 30 minutes in a match, is because he got injured early or he pulled
Yeah.
up lame or something like that. So no, I if we had a rotation going, it wouldn't make a difference who we put in, and we wouldn't feel like, well, if we put Trossard in and we pull Martinelli or Saka out, there's a problem. The players aren't used to it, and that's something you got to do. As soon as I saw Trossard, I'm like, all right, we got the extra piece we need now. We can rotate.
He could
the
play
front line.
any of them front three
Yeah.
positions.
So I mean,
What we've also got to remember is Arsenal's the only side with 3 players with double figures each in the league.
you can't pick
So-
one. You can't stop one player. You know.
You keep
And
Odegaard quiet. you've got-
Trossard, I think Trossard's 1 goal away from having 10 goals in the league, if I recall. He had
Yeah.
9 coming in. I don't think he's 9 or 8, 7 coming in. So I think he also is a threat. You know,
Mhm.
so,
Loads of assists from Trossard as well.
Yeah.
Loads.
Yeah, he's got about 11 or
that's
12
why he
assists.
should have played like more
Unreal
than once
player.
this month. I mean, the man had seven assists since he's been here. I mean, that's why I wanted him to play.
Unbelievable.
You know, yeah.
He's
So
a tricky little bugger, isn't he?
yeah. So I think we got, like I said, I think we've got options. Depending on how we want to go. If he wants to attack, which I don't really want to, with like a back 4, I don't want to see that. If especially with Gabriel, for me right now is iffy, regardless of whether he plays.
Yeah.
You know what I
Because
mean?
that
Like,
hamstring thing against Chelsea, he
Agreed.
looked like it.
there's no reason to risk it, especially if you can, as you say, we can put Saka and make him play, you know, a little bit more defensive, because he can play there. That might open things up for him a little bit, because when he does attack, it'll be like, you know, kind of a, you know, it'll be a blitz on you guys, and
Yeah.
we need to do something different. Everybody seems to have an answer for some of the stuff that we're doing. Every once in a while, it'll be good to change things up, right? So, I mean, we saw it today, right? Brighton went to the back 3, had players playing back there that hadn't played there most of the season.
They
They look
smashed.
fine.
They annihilated Wolves at the weekend. Weekend back 6-0
Yeah.
without McAllister, Mitoma, Webster. I think they rotated a little bit, and they still got a mammoth result. So.
Yeah, so
Steve, I don't know about you.
I think if you got footballers on your team, just put them on the pitch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why Saka can play anywhere. You know, it might be a good change of pace for him to see the field from a different location and have a little bit different role. Just because we need wins, we need to win out.
Yeah.
So, you know, it doesn't really matter how we get them, but we need them. So
Yeah. Saka has featured in every single game outside of the League Cup. He didn't play in the League Cup.
And
Every other game.
It's interesting to get an outsider's view. Obviously, as you know, ESM's a bit of a maverick, and some Newcastle fans adore him, some are not sure, and some are against, because as Arsenal fans coming into a massive important game, are you happy that he's not available, or is looking at it as, do you know what it is? We're glad he's missing.
Glad who's missing? Sorry.
Alan
St. Maximin, sorry.
Oh, St. Maximum? Oh yeah. No, I'm glad. I think
he's when he's on, he's a brute,
Yeah,
right? And
exactly.
we don't like that. At least the way I've seen us play sometimes. So the fact that he's out that's probably good for us. Because, you know, if he starts to lean on us, we'll be in trouble.
he usually plays on the left, right?
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I would be at least he's on the left.
Me
so
and
he's
Cindy like him more off the right,
he's-
though, actually, and that would
Yeah,
work
well-
because if you've
well-
got
Yeah, I'll
Zinchenko-
put him up the right hand side.
Yeah, I would be. I wouldn't be as concerned because you have Ben White back there playing on the right for us. But if he was coming down the left as Zinchenko, I'd be terrified.
Yeah,
He
because
blows
he
Zinchenko
toasted
over.
Kyle Walker in the 3-3 draw in the beginning of
Yeah.
the season. Absolutely toasted him. Was
Yeah.
man of the match, I think. Actually, you know.
That's
Yeah,
why we kind of. That's why we kind of have to play our. You know, our defense has to be based on the fact that we're an offensive threat, and you guys have to play a little bit more defensively, because you know that if any chance you let up, we're attacking you. That's gonna have to be the way we defend a little bit than just actually playing defense, right? You know, we use our offenses to defense for you guys to think about more. And I think that, you know, that's what kind of happened in that first game. You kind of were a little bit more contained in the sense that you weren't necessarily looking to score unless we gave you a break, and that's what teams can do to us if they're disciplined. All right, you guys are pretty disciplined, so you're fine to sit back there and absorb whatever we give you. The trick for us is just to ram it down your throat if we get those opportunities and see what happens. Right. Because I think we have the tools to do it when we get that opportunity.
You need to show whatever the hell we all watched against you guys against Man City. We're not at the level of Man City quite yet. Maybe in 2 years or whatever we are. But if you show that same attitude and the same body language and the same sort of just you're there because you have to be there kind of thing against Man City, we could cook you.
I think it's going to be who wins the midfield battle. Odegaard's your key player for me in the middle.
Exactly.
And Bruno for us. If we can get Bruno in the game and keep Odegaard out of the game, but there's going to be periods where that swings, isn't it? And I think it's who's more clinical. You're talking about. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I mean, you're talking about. If we had a couple of other results going another way early in the season, we could have been talking about second place potentially. And I can't believe I'm saying that. Considering we've got, I mean, go back 2 years ago, if Alan St. Maximin was missing for us, everyone was, oh God, we're going to lose. Yeah. Now, it's just
because then Andy, no one would feed the ball to the other guy who carried us on his back, Wilson.
Yeah. Wilson, yeah. So this game could be 2-0 either side in 15 minutes. I think if we get it wrong, either side.
Yeah, because it happened against Liverpool. The 2 times where we made some mistakes in either positioning or Nick Pope with that blunder.
Mm-hmm.
It was 2-0 real quick. But for me, again, it's all about the attitude Arsenal show. I know we're gonna turn up in that first 10 minutes. We're gonna literally just. We're gonna try to steam. We're gonna try to steam.
Deal with the crowd, isn't it? Yep, definitely. Yeah. I think that's a massive.
And it all depends if you guys crumble in that situation, and then you can hit us, or you don't, and you hit us on the break, and it's a completely different story. Because Southampton did that to us. Southampton did. We were pretty poor that first half in terms of getting shots on goal, but then the second half came around. I think we had like 8 shots on goal, 3 goals. So we woke up that second half, and that's the other key to it. What I was talking about earlier, the in-game management and substitutions. Eddie Howe has only gotten better and better and made more and more changes in that second half. Arteta in certain games lately has been not so proactive.
A little bit.
All right, let me interrupt real quick. Yeah. Let's shout out some of these people in the chat real quick. We got Jez, the legend, in the chat. Prince Fuad, Prince #Prince out. I'm still Prince out. Nketiah out. Big up Sam Greenwood. Big up. Thanks for coming back, man. I know we had our difficulties earlier, but
seen Sam somewhere else as well in comments.
Newcastle United are playing Champions League football. You see next season after United, they were going to play regardless. They're going to play regardless. I think.
Oh, he's right.
This season is ridiculous, right? The bottom and the top. Who knows what's going to happen there? It is still nothing solidified yet. Nobody knows what's going to happen. So you got to play to win every match because you never know your chance to come.
Yep, exactly right. Jaminho says, smash the likes, everyone, subscribe to everyone on the panel. Absolutely, Jaminho. I need to say that more often. If you have not smashed a like for this free entertainment and for this free channel, well, I'm sorry, you're just a freeloader. I'm sorry. If you don't like it, like I always say, if you don't like it, smash the like button anyway. Don't be a dick.
Come on, man.
Don't be a dick. Come on, guys. Come on.
You spend 5 minutes watching mine.
Come on, guys. You can do it. You can do it, guys. You can do it. United are gonna win. United are gonna win the Europa League. Yeah, that's hilarious. All right, going into the Premier League title race with Eddie Nketiah as your backup striker is like going into a world war with your weapons being a knife and a fork. That's hilarious. Big Sam is ready for Manchester City. Prince Fuad is doing his wind up.
Man City's he knows football as well as Pep and Klopp does. So according to him, he's one of the best football managers in the world. So,
when you watch these comedy. you know, you watch these comedy programs where it's like Premier League moments, best top 100 moments. If Leeds lose their next 4 games and they go down, Sam Allardyce is going to get clipped up for that. I mean, why would you do something like that? I mean, the last Leeds manager that made a comment like that was Brian Clough when he came in and said, you can throw all your medals away because you've won them all by cheating.
Yes, when he replaced, who was that manager at Leeds?
It was the guy that went on to manage England, ginger guy. What was his name? Oh God! Yeah, you're asking something. I mean, it was well before my time. I do know his name. I just slipped my memory. When you get old and your hairline recedes, this happens.
Oh my God, Prince, look, come on the American Idiot Show tomorrow.
Big Sam.
Big Sam is shocking the world. The world with how bad he is. And
I get saying that like when you come in, but not when you have City coming up next. hold that thought. You know what I mean? Like hold that thought because if Pep listened to it and gets upset? Because you know what, it won't. He'll just
don't piss off Guardiola.
It's like flicking a Rottweiler's balls. Just gonna turn around and bite you in it.
Prince, you are a wind-up merchant. I love you though, brother. That's just not gonna happen. He's gonna relegate his second team in 3 years.
Yeah, West Brom.
Yeah, he's gonna do a West Brom. So that'll be fun, and we can watch Leeds go down and struggle to come back up. Yeah.
There's so many going down jokes there running through my head. I just thought I best not comment. But
you know, it's okay. They're going down in an earlier round, and they are not going down swinging.
I was just looking at their schedule. They don't have any breaks.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's not. I thought they had at least one.
We've got them away. We've got them away on a Saturday at Ellen Road.
Has anyone else been seeing these wild links today about Messi and Neymar in Newcastle?
Yeah. I did see that.
Everyone like, why are you in Saudi Arabia?
Premier League. You guys need to stop with this garbage.
Is that the one thing that's missing on his CV though?
Yeah, but I still don't think could he play in the Premier League? Yeah, absolutely, but I don't think he will. I think he's going back to Barca.
No, he's not
going to do it financially though.
No, not with the financial situation.
Okay.
No.
That
for me is all paper talk.
Oh,
and to
really?
be honest,
okay.
For me, I think it's all paper talk. And to be honest, if you look at that Barca team, they've been excellent defensively. That's what I will say. I believe they've had I think 14 wins in La Liga of a 1-0 scoreline. They've
conceded 9 goals all season.
At home, it's been like 4 or something stupid.
That's crazy, that.
And so if you put Messi back in that team, he's gonna have to work hard, and he can't do that.
Yeah, I think Spencer is 100% correct. Yeah, Messi has 300 million reasons to go to Saudi. That is 100% correct. I think. No way. Maybe.
I'm just hanging on to a dream, mate. You know, I never thought we'd get Champions League, so anything wouldn't. You know.
Maybe Neymar. Big up Minerals. Minerals is here. Jez asks, Andy, do you have a YouTube channel?
Not at the moment, but watch this space possibly next year. I'm hoping to move house enough. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to try and do it right.
Yeah. No, Jez, get Andy on your show. He's absolutely incredible. Great guy. Absolutely incredible.
Cheers.
400 million.
Luke James says Saudi club 10 million with 400 million per year.
You know the crazy thing is
financial fair play doesn't come into play there, does it? Go ahead.
You know the crazy thing is they'll make all that money back in one night off kit sales alone.
Yeah. Definitely.
Because honestly, it's worth the investment regardless. But yeah, man. Hey, you know what? If a Messi or Neymar came to a Newcastle,
if we can get 20,000, sorry, Steve, if we can get 20,000 people in to welcome out an injured Michael Owen, imagine what we can do for arguably the greatest footballer of all time.
It would look like
it would be like we'd won a cup in Newcastle. I guarantee there would be, the scenes when they take over?
Yeah.
I guarantee that would happen.
Oh, absolutely. No, to me, that it would be interesting to see how that would work if Eddie Howe would want that. If it would.
I'm not saying I agree with it, Steve.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, for me, it would just be a vibes thing. It would just be a prestige thing, a money thing. Yeah, exactly. But
How many shirts will he sell? Fuck. Record.
Million.
Don't say it, dude. Set a record.
Yeah.
And then you can go and spend some more money because you've brought money in. Because now
I'll be right back, guys. I gotta check something out.
Every single neutral footballer's going to have a soft spot for Newcastle because Lionel Messi's playing for them. I don't know about you guys, but how many times have you followed a team just because a footballer that you admire? You might not support them, but you'll follow them, or you might buy the shirt, or the effect will snowball.
Definitely that first match. All the eyes will be on that if that happened because he has to start, or else what's the point? So yeah, that would be like probably the most watched match, just because why not?
Messi in the Premier League making it that would be sensational. That would be. But for me, I don't think we'll make that signing. I think we're gonna just go with what we've been doing because it's been working.
Yeah, you know what, and it's probably too much for now, anyways. Some managers can handle these big names coming in and all the flash and the lights that come with it. He doesn't need that right now. He just needs quality players, just like you have. I mean, like Bruno Gomes is the kind of player you want, right? You're doing fine without having to go out there and get the best player in the world to some. So.
I should add, I'm on painkillers for my ear, so I might be just imagining things, if you know what I mean.
You tripping?
Must be.
Yeah. Neymar and Messi are at Brighton level. They can go there and enjoy some rock and fish.
That was like when Socrates went to Udinese, the Brazil international in the 70s, 80s, one of the best players in the world.
Lombardo at the Crystal Palace.
Yeah. Absolutely. We've seen it before. Hey, Premier League does have a crazy financial attraction for sure. So, but yeah, man, it's nuts.
On that note.
All right, guys, start getting your predictions in the chat. I'm gonna wrap up here probably in about 15 minutes. I got stuff I gotta do.
Yeah.
My night is just beginning, but it's wrapping up out there in the UK. So everybody who jumped on here, absolutely smash a like, sub to absolutely everybody on here. We got Steve, we got Gary, we got Andy. We are just, I'm very subdued because I am not 100% confident. I wouldn't say I'm even 80% confident. I think the one player that I want to see that I think is going to be the X factor here is Thomas Partey or Jorginho. I think I said that earlier in the stream.
To help the God, yes.
It's not the game will be won in the midfield here. But I'm not confident. I'm going 3-1 Newcastle. I hope the boys prove me wrong. I would love to be proved wrong, but I go with my gut here, and unfortunately, I'm going 3-1 to Newcastle. Steve, where are you going?
Well, a pretty common scoreline against these bigger teams at home has been a 2-0 to Newcastle. So I'll go with that. We beat you guys last year 2-0, beat Manchester United 2-0. We've gotten a few other 2-0 wins over the year. So I think I'll go with I'll go with 2-0 Newcastle. I'll go with Isak and Joe Ellington to get the goals. I think we can keep you guys quiet because I know for a fact Saka's gonna be playing because he just doesn't give him a rest, and Saka hasn't been on great form, so I can only go off that really. I think we find a way to neutralize you enough. We did it at the Emirates last time we played you in the league, so I think it'll be a 2-0. I think we could possibly have one of those games where we remember last year, guys. We had control pretty much the entire match. You had some half chances. Yeah. So
I mean, to be fair, Steve, it is a different team. We are if we're smart, we will start Trossard. If we're smart, we'll start Jesus. So it is a little bit of a different team. I would say a little bit different of a mentality. I'm not expecting us to go out there and just absolutely roll over. Like I don't think that's going to happen.
So
I just think that we're too depleted at the back to keep you guys contained,
especially
especially with the form that Isak is on. We need Thomas Partey and Odegaard to show up. Otherwise, it will be the 3-1. If they don't show up, we're gonna get pumped. Gary, what do you think?
I can't ever go into a match thinking we're gonna lose. Sometimes I think we won't win, but most of the time I really can't go and thinking we have to get the win. So I'm gonna go with that as being the goal, and the way to do that, as you said, control the middle. If Partey's not 100% or if Partey's fit to play, I still feel like, it would be nice to see Jorginho and Partey together. Just to control the thing. And you know what? I know that Jacques and Arteta doesn't like to do that, but he'll need to do something to that effect. Trossard, like I said, needs to start. I can't see us not keep you guys out of the goal. We seem to just let goals in no matter what. So I'll be surprised if you don't score, but I'm going with a 2-1 Arsenal to win. We need to get the win, and come on, Trossard has to get another start, a back-to-back start. And like I said, if we've played a back three against top teams in the past, like when Arteta first got in, he needs to kind of go back and relive those days a little bit, and especially like I said with Gabriel he might, even if he plays, I feel like the fact that he went down a couple of times in that match, I'll be surprised he's 100% coming in and be ready to go. So I'm gonna go 2-1 because I guess that's me being me going into a match thinking we have to win it, and that's just the only way we're gonna be able to win it. And that scoreline probably is where we would go, and it's gonna be a little nerve-wracking 2-1 because I don't think your crowd will be quiet for much of the match, no matter what the scoreline is. So, so I kind of felt like we're gonna have to play for 90 minutes. That's another thing. Can we do that? We haven't done it in the last 5 matches, so we're gonna have to play for 90 minutes, and some of that comes into Arteta maybe going to the bench and switching things up to keep the flow going in our direction. So yeah. That's my scoreline. 2-1. I can see a draw, but 2-1 I think is what we need. So I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. No. And if we win,
it's a big win for either side.
I'm gonna be I'll be shameless about it. That's why it's exactly it. It's got to be must watch TV. This I think is the game of the weekend. It's going to be so much, hopefully more fun to watch than the first one. I want to see more.
It's not Big Sam versus Pep? Come on.
Big Sam. He's going to shock the world, Gary.
West Ham did give him trouble that first half yesterday. They defensively they cope with Man City, but the problem is the second you still got 45.
Well, you have to score when you quiet them down. You know what I mean? If you don't score, then you're just waiting for the inevitable to happen.
Yeah.
The goal's going to come in, and it's not going to come the way you expect, right? I mean, we've seen them play, and De Bruyne gets a free kick goal, and it's over. So you have to score if you're going to quiet them down. If not, you're just waiting for them to stick the pin in it and finish it off. So, yeah.
Big Sam is not. Big Sam's not.
The only thing though. The only thing that I am curious about is that a 12:30 kickoff?
I think it's one of the early matches.
Yeah, 3:30.
Yeah.
No, 3:00. If it was because those 12:30 matches are cursed. I swear to God. That's where Everton beat an Arsenal. That's where, pretty sure Man United a few years ago, Swansea went away to Anfield and won at a 7:30, 12:30 kickoff.
Never bet on early kickoff. It's a rule.
Yeah, early kickoff. Yeah,
just don't make me wake up at 6 o'clock to watch us lose away at Everton. That was I was so angry. My in-laws were in the other room just listening to me cuss at the TV.
What they thought you were doing in your room.
It was bad. It was bad. Yeah, my wife does not let me watch sports in our bedroom. She will not allow it. The dog gets angry. He starts barking like I'm literally vibrating. Yeah, no, it's bad. It's bad. You guys don't want to be around me. Yeah, so yeah, we'll be on Tony Claude's watch along tomorrow, or excuse me, on Sunday. And we'll.
I'm looking forward.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But if it turns out to be like Man City, and then we get Matt in there, just absolutely ripping them apart, I can do
Southern
that.
Gooner.
Can I give a prediction?
The only reason. Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
I'm going to go for Arsenal early goal, which is probably going to be the downfall of the result for them. I think we'll catch crowd, get the crowd involved. I think we'll go 2-1 up, and then I think he'll equalise. I think it's going to be 2-2. We may win by the odd goal, 3-2, 2-1, but I think 2-2 is a good bet. I hope.
Yeah, you know what? That's
I'll take a point.
Yeah, that's looking at, that's like the Liverpool match. As soon as we let, Anfield back into the game, then we're in trouble. We gotta quiet the crowd, and the only way we can do that is if we score. So
that is where your season technically unraveled. Yeah. The Xhaka thing where he got
Xhaka, on Trent, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yep. Him and then the crowd got fired up, and then from there on out the game completely switched, and then your season. Because then you weren't at full confidence.
You can't bring those losses and drop points into the next match, and we did that. Yeah, basically 3 times.
Yeah.
The Southampton game for me was the one. Southampton.
Yeah. Can't go 1-0 down to Southampton in the opening minute.
It just reminded me of 1986 when Newcastle collapsed against Liverpool.
Yeah.
But obviously the result was different. But the characteristics of the two games were there to compare. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Arsenal far better side in that game, but you got to win them.
I wish I was more positive than you guys. I don't know why than I am right now. You guys are being way more positive than I am, except for Steve, because Steve.
It's recency bias, right? I mean,
I know
it's hard to look.
You're only good as your last game.
Yeah,
so it is technically recency bias. I'll give you that.
The last 45 minutes against Chelsea. What do we do that you go? All right, if we can. What a part of that you're going to bring into the next match? I don't want to bring any of it.
None of it.
Score. And we gave up a goal to a team that's scored 1 goal or 2 goals in the last.
The fifth worst attack in the Premier League.
They got a better defense than us. That's how better we are. I mean, defensively. So it's just we gotta turn it around. Arteta's got to find a way to make that. You know what? Forget about what happened yesterday. Let's go.
Yeah.
It's no coincidence either that once Trossard came off. In that Chelsea game, the whole thing just kind of slowed down.
I'm hoping that's because we were saving him for,
I
hope that's what it was, and not like he's just too old and he can't give us the 90 minutes that we want,
I wasn't faulting Arteta for the way that he managed that game. I really wasn't. You could tell with some of the players that he played. I think he has this game circled. I think he's taken, like the rest of the league, he's taken Newcastle a lot more seriously than Chelsea, which is and look, I can be Arteta's worst critic sometimes, but I think he managed that game nicely. Okay, I think he managed it nicely. Obviously, it was Chelsea still, but let's see how he plays against Newcastle, and I might be coming on here raging on Sunday.
That's where I always Ramsdale needs to be so pissed.
Yeah.
The surprising thing for me was Chelsea were that bad, but they still managed to score.
Yeah, that's why everybody's laughing at us again.
Yeah.
You go out and score 3 goals in 30 minutes, and you don't score again, and you give up a goal. It's no, that's not the way you want this thing to be scripted.
Nope.
So yeah. I just.
Anyone going to predict goal scorers?
I'll go around. So let's do goal scorers, and then shout out your channels, guys. I need to drop off because I got to eat before I got to go to rehearsal. I want to just say real quick,
choir boy
thanks again, choir boy. Yeah, Yeah, I'm playing. Yeah, definitely choir boy.
He's just
I am,
jealous
man. I
because
was
he
a
can hit a note. That's all.
I'm a wedding singer. I'm a performer, and then I come on here
Karaoke,
and,
your trophy,
Yeah.
your karaoke trophy, man.
yeah, and then
You're a winner.
Well done, son.
and then
Well
I have
done.
to and then I have to come on here and then talk to you, Steve. So that's my life.
Yep.
Dang it.
Good one, isn't it?
Oh, it's so awesome. It's so awesome. All right. Goal scorers. Isak with a brace. Because I'm calling a 3-1 Isak with a brace. And Joel Linton probably. And then I'm gonna go for Arsenal. If we score, it'll be Saka. He's due.
Yeah, he's got to hold a score against us. So.
Yeah, he's due. So I think it'll be Bukayo Saka. Now, if we win, it's going to be through the midfield. So if Arsenal does turn up, the Arsenal that we know does exist somewhere,
Existed for 90% of the season.
Yes, existed for 90% of the season. You'll see goals out of Trossard, Odegaard, and Saka, and then you'll have Jesus doing the link up.
Jesus Christ,
Steve. Shout out your channel and give me your goal scorers, my fan.
So yeah, check me out, Strasbourg Steve. I'll probably be doing a watch along tomorrow. If it doesn't clash with Jez Collins show on the Arsenal history and more. If it doesn't clash with that, it'll be Leverkusen versus FC Köln, which is a derby. So that'll be good. But in terms of my goal scorers, I'm going Isak and Joelinton 2-0 Newcastle.
All right. Gary, shout yourself out, my man. Thanks again for coming on, Gary.
Yeah, no problem. DWTT. So we have a show Saturday and Saturday. I guess it's 4 p.m. Yeah, 4 p.m. UK time, and then on Saturday, and then on Monday, 12:30 a.m. on Mondays, and then Monday nights for you guys in the UK. You'll see Matt Southern Gooner on the Monday show. Yeah, my goal scorer, Saka and Jesus. Like you said, Saka usually shows up in the big games. We need him to show up and get back. The other way around, I guess. My first thought was Isak, because I'm like, he'll probably score, but we need to keep him quiet after that. I fear that if he scores once, he's gonna keep seeing the goal open up every time he gets the ball. So, but I think. Sorry, did I say that? I should have said it out loud. Now, oh my God.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like TJ's 3-1 scoreline though. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Big up everybody who came in. By the way, Andy, give me your goal scorers and shout yourself out, my man.
I'm going to go for a penalty for Arsenal. So whoever your penalty taker is, I think Saka missed his last one, didn't he?
Saka or Jesus, yeah.
So I'll go with whoever takes the penalty. Sorry, I'm copping out on that one a little bit. I've just got a feeling that they're going to get a penalty early on. Let's go Saka. I think our goal scorers will then be Isak, Bruno. He hasn't scored for a while. He's due one.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go Party.
From way outside the box, yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. I think they're going to have under pressure corners getting flicked out. Yeah. He's going to hit one, might deflect off somebody or something.
Yeah.
I tell you, I never normally think this deep. It's these blooming codeine got his all on. I'm sitting there visualising it. But I'm going to look like a right twat when it's 5-0 to Arsenal.
I would take that immediately.
When you said penalty, I was like, I like that because that means that hopefully they're a little iffy on the back line there. So I forgot to say, but Sam Greenwood is also on the show. He'll be on tomorrow.
Big up Sam Greenwood. So, big up Sam, and big up the legend, Mr. Tom.
Quite right.
Nick Pope. Yeah, I think
I know.
That'd be unbelievable.
As long as he stays in his area, he's fine.
That'd be as long as Nick Pope stays in his box, we'll be Newcastle will be just fine.
No heading balls on the deck.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna take us out. Again, I want to thank Steve. I want to thank Gary. I want to thank Andy. And I want to thank every single one of you in the chat. Even if you're watching this on playback, please smash a like. Sub to all of these gentlemen. TJ Warren TV, one more time. Tomorrow, we have our normal American Idiots show. We're going to have our buddy Elias from Step Up Spurs come on. I'm going to try to get that guy, the absolute Arsenal passion merchant, Arteta's propaganda minister himself, Prince. I'm going to try to get him on.
And Nketiah's
and Nketiah's biggest fan as well.
After Andy. And then you can loves Nketiah.
And then you can catch me on Tony Claude's channel with Steve for the watch along for Newcastle. I'm still getting into the watch along game. It's a lot of the last one was a lot of fun, even though we got beat up. So yeah, catch me over on Tony Claude's channel. I might even do a simulcast on that one. Who knows? Nice. And then obviously I'll do a match reaction after that. So until then, come on, you Gunners, please just prove me wrong. I need a win. Let's go.
Take care, everybody.